Thank you, everyone, for coming. The Torah, given at Sinai, is the only divine source for living our lives properly. With that said, effective immediately, all tattoo shops will be closed throughout Israel. A Jew is not permitted to tattoo their bodies. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. If you already have tattoos, so be it. Israel is a holy land, and it must be treated as such, according to the laws of the Torah. And we must honor God with respect, who created each and every one of us. With this said, the Gay Pride Parade is canceled permanently for all eternity. All gay clubs are to be closed. All rainbow flags are to be removed. Israel is a holy land. This is not the gay capital of the world. There are many other destinations that you can go to. This is not one of them, and it's over. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22, and chapter 20, verse 13. On the same vein, there will be a dress code instituted. The clothing or lack of clothing has gotten out of hand. Again, this is not California or New York City. This is Israel. It's a holy land, and it must be treated as such. Killing unborn children, otherwise known as abortions, will be illegal, with the exception if it endangers the physical welfare of the mother. A Jew is commanded to eat kosher foods. Pork or pigs will not be allowed in Israel. This will stop immediately, and there are no loopholes. This will also apply to seafood. Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14. It doesn't matter if you're not religious, because the laws of kashrut apply to every Jew. Even if you're not religious, the laws still apply to you. You may choose not to follow them, but the laws still apply. Along with this, Shabbat shall be observed throughout the entire land. No transportation is permitted except for emergency vehicles and police. All stores and shops will be closed on Shabbos. Let's talk about music. The music in public places cannot tolerate lyrics or verses that contain vulgar and indecent language, and it will not be allowed. This is Israel. It's a holy land. Terrorist organizations like BLM and Antifa are illegal and will not be allowed in Israel in any capacity. Any violent protests will be dealt with harshly and severely. Do not test me. Any terrorist attacks by Arabs will be a total waste of time. I will enact the same policies that our former Prime Minister Golda Meir enacted under her reign. Whereas not only will the terrorists receive proper punishment for their actions, their entire family will also pay the price. Let me be very clear. No one will be alive to receive any financial benefits from your actions. All payments to previous terrorists and their families will be seized retroactively. There will be a zero-tolerance policy for any aggression by Arabs in Gaza, Judea, or Samaria. Deadly force will be used as a standard. Effective immediately, Judea and Samaria are to be annexed. They are part of the land of Israel. We can also not allow our kosher food manufacturing companies to be taken over by foreign governments, such as China. It is unimaginable to think that a country who doesn't believe in a higher power as the creator of the universe be in charge of our kosher manufacturing companies like Tenuva in Israel. We will return monies to China, back to Bright Foods for their investment, unless they accept less than 50% interest in the company. We cannot compromise our health and wellness when it comes to our kosher food. Israel is not for sale. All properties in Israel will be reclaimed by the Jewish people. No land ownership is permitted to non-Jews. Non-Jews must follow and adhere to the 7 Noahide laws, Sheva Mitzvot B'nai Noach, if they want to live in the land of Israel. A Jewish person is born from a Jewish mother. If your mother is or was not Jewish, so then you can go through a kosher Jewish conversion and become a Jew. Otherwise, you have to follow the 7 Noahide laws to live here in the land. Idolatry will not be tolerated. When I arrived in Israel in 2011 on my Aliyah, Israel was going through a terrible drought. We fixed that with the implementation of the Melech HaOlam project worldwide, in which we opened up, or we brought down, the rains that were stuck in the heavens, even though for years you were praying for the rains to come. We enacted the Melech HaOlam project, and it was successful, and it brought the rains back to the land of Israel. We came out of the drought. Next, we fixed the word in the Shalom Aleichem song that we sing every Friday night. Every Friday night we sing Shalom Aleichem. And we made aware that the word after Mi Melech is Malche, not Malache. It's Malche, kings, not Malache, angels. So in essence, what we did was we returned the crown or corona back to its proper place by getting out there the information in my last video with over 38,000 views, this information. And Baruch HaShem, we revealed, as I said we were going to do in the last video, the solution to the corona. And if you didn't see the last video, please view it. It's on YouTube. It's also on Facebook. And Baruch Hashem, we came out of the corona, and we have the solution. Next, it's going to be 9 years since I made Aliyah, which is really like, for me, 9 months. And you know what happens after 9 months. When I light the first candle on Hanukkah, I pray that we will see the miracles that HaShem has in store for us. May God bless you, and may God bless all of Israel. I am.